Hi Sagittarius, my name is Audrey Alison. Thanks for joining me for your March 2016 forecast for the month. I am using the Connolly Tarot deck, and this is by Peter and Eileen Connolly. It's an Irish deck for St. Patrick's Day coming up in March, and also I like the deep colors on this card. It always reminds me of spring, and we have our vernal equinox coming up this month. So let's get to the forecast. I want to thank you also for subscribing to my channel and for your support on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison, Astrology and Tarot. I'll be shuffling this Celtic deck throughout the reading. But on the 5th of March, we have our first transit, and that is Mercury, the planet of communication and study and intellect and the mind, entering the sign of Pisces, another mutable sign like you, Sagittarius. So this is your fourth house of home, the environment, the house of the mother, the house of the foundation, where you come from, your core, your roots. Mercury in this sector could see some of you Sagittarians communicating with the mother often at this time. Perhaps some of your mothers who have passed even communication in spirit as well. There's also a lot of local travel around the home environment, local areas, the neighborhood energy. On the same day, on the 5th, Mars is moving into your sign. So this is a very feisty transit positioning. Mars is the planet of energy and fire and passion and feist into your first house of self, where you currently have Saturn stationed. And Saturn is restructuring you. You're going through your Saturn return, especially if you are a Sagittarius rising. So please watch your ascendant signs as well for the forecast. But as a solar forecast, Saturn is in Sagittarius and will continue to be there through the winter solstice of 2017. There is a limitation with Saturn as well as a feistiness with Mars. So there could be a little bit of tension that you're holding inside of yourself. There's maybe some aggression that you're feeling. You could be volatile or heated at that time. Saturn will be retrograding at 16 degrees back to 9 degrees on March 25th through August 13th of this year. So the review for you Sagittarians is where you hold 9 degrees to 16 degrees of Sagittarius on your natal chart. That's the review of the limitation, what needs to be released or let go of, or restructuring of the first house of self, perhaps the physical body. Mars is also giving you a lot of energy to work out, a lot of stamina, which is also Mars. So it's not necessarily negative. Mars doesn't have to be. He's a catalyst. He's trying to get things done. And when he's in the first house, you expel a lot of energy. You want to sweat more. You get flush and heated with Mars. You get red with that red planet. We also have a lot of eclipse energy. This is a game-changing month. Mars on the 8th, March, which is actually ruled by Mars because Aries rules March. So this is a Marsy kind of month. On the 8th of March, though, we have our new moon total solar eclipse at 18 degrees of Pisces, this mutable energy where Mercury is stationed. So this eclipse, the new moon eclipse is falling in your first house of home. A lot of you Sagittarians will be moving, and the eclipse happens pretty quick and lasts over a 6-month period of time. There could be the desire and the newness to have a new foundation, to have some new walls surrounding you at this time. The sun and the moon being in Pisces because of the eclipse, Mercury there, we also have Neptune, the ruling planet of Pisces, comfortably stationed at home, next to the asteroid Chiron, the wounded healer. Healing energies are taking place in the 4th house. I want to say that a lot of Sagittarians might be dealing with mothers who have passed, and a healing energy being brought in regarding that release. Venus also joins the plethora of planets in the 4th house on the 12th, entering Pisces. So, the planet of beauty and the smoothing over, harmony, balance, which is Venus. Venus also governs the financial aspects. She rules Libran, the relationship, love energy, but she also rules Taurus, which is the security, the financial sign. So your finances for the 4th house are positive. You could be providing more for your foundation. Dressing up the environment with smooth aesthetics like textures and fabrics and paints and satins and materials that are sensual could be happening in the home. I was feeling that on a channeling kind of vibe. But Venus would be a decorative, sensual planet, so you could just be introducing new materials like that to the home. Could go deeper, though. It could be the connection to motherhood, the connection to your own mother. On the 20th, Happy New Year for the astrologers out there and for all of you who are governed by the wheel. It is the vernal equinox in the northern hemisphere. The 20th of March is the first day of spring. And the sun enters Aries. Everything starts in Aries. The head ruled by Aries. The 9 o'clock hand on the astrological wheel is what starts your first house of self. So all things Aries. Happy spring to you. It's a time of new beginnings. It's a time of starting fresh. It's the first day of the astrological year. If you open a horoscope book, it starts with Aries, and if you have one of those birthday books, it starts on March 20th. So, this is the 5th house of romance. When Aries is stimulated for you, it's a brother, sister, fire sign. This is the 5th house of romance, the 5th house of children, the house of pleasure and leisure. And it's a little bit of an entrepreneurial house, creative projects, creative endeavors. Even things like sports and gambling and things that you would do for relaxation fall in the 5th house. So this is a great time for Sagittarians. You generally thrive in March, from March 20th till April 20th or 19th. On the 21st, Mercury also follows the sun, leaving Pisces and entering into Aries. So your 5th house has communications with children, the intellect, the mind, the ability to actually handle and discern some creative projects or creative endeavors, but also smoothing, very smooth communication style with your children if you have them. On the 23rd, we have our full moon lunar eclipse at 3 degrees of Libra. Now, there's a lot of cardinal energy this month. The eclipses are falling. The full moon eclipse is in the cardinal sign of Libra, and the sun entering Aries is our cardinal ingress. So, full moon on the 23rd, bringing closure to the 11th house of friendships or clubs and groups and organizations. You could be saying goodbye to maybe a club that you're done with membership, or you're no longer affiliated with that group of friends anymore. Some people might be getting eclipsed out of your life entirely with the full moon in the 11th house. And being eclipsed, it could last over a pattern of 6 months. Let's see what is coming up in the cards for Sagittarius. I also wanted to say I am returning to Goddess Alive Radio on the 25th of February. For an hour, I'll be taking callers live on the air for tarot tasters. You can call in and get in the queue early and have a free reading with me. And that's the 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Information regarding that show will be on my Facebook page, Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot, as well as the website motherhouseofthegoddess.com. Sagittarius. Here are your cards for March. The Hierophant. This represents the sign of Taurus. It's a beautiful card. Taurus in the Tarot. Also, the Hierophant is study and possibly spirituality and metaphysical interests. A counselor, a therapist. Someone you're learning from. A professor, a teacher. Let's see what else comes up. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles. This is a very strong money card, very strong coin card, providing for the family. Someone older that might be handing you money, an inheritance possibly. Handing down money, handing down property. The Sun. Look how beautiful. Look at these cherubs on here. This is one of the most positive cards in the deck. It is happiness, success, marriage, soulmate energy, and the Four Seasons, and the Empress. Wow, there could be some pregnancy happening. Oh, fifth house. Yes, the Sun entering the fifth. Children, pregnancy. The Sun and the Empress, very fertile energy right now. And there's another card, the Ace of Swords. That can be the initiating thought of wanting to have children, or thought of becoming pregnant. Now, I want to say, some of you might be going through fertility treatments. The Hierophant could be providing what you need to become pregnant. You also have this success in money and handed down money. The fourth house of home is activated, and it could really be like handing down from the family, the foundation where you come from, inheritance energy. It's not the eighth house of inheritance, but intuitively looking at that card, I felt that they were receiving money from a father or a grandfather, or a family energy, and being handed this down to maybe start something new. This, you have two success cards. This is success and victory, and this is huge success. So there's success in fertility, fertile projects. If you're not at the age to be fertile, or if you're not interested in having children and you're good there, it's the fertile ideas. Fertile ideas. The swords are the mental agility and the thought success. And the manifestation of something all begins in the mind. So you have fertile ideas at this time, but there's success around your ideas. There's definite success. Some of you might have to do a little studying first to reap these rewards. Some of you are going through fertility treatments in order to become pregnant. If you're trying to become pregnant, there are no more successful cards than these right here for becoming pregnant. Seriously, the Sun and the Empress and the Ace of Swords, that is success in that realm. So, congratulations if you're trying. Okay, so there's different variations to the Tarot, and the definitive energies can apply to the Sagittarius in different ways. I hope you're picking up some messages in between here. Please watch your rising sign as well. It's more accurate for astrological transits, but you might want to see what the Tarot has to say there too. Thanks for joining me, Sag. I'm wishing you a beautiful March, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.